So, I want to turn my I Talk About Blank series into an actual series. Surprising, I know. And essentially what I want to do is, I want to pick a show that I have watched, that I have an interest in, and I'm just going to talk about it. But obviously the fun part is just when I try and run down the plot and the characters, and I'ma just say things that probably shouldn't be said. I almost said said, but we're gonna do it anyway. I'm not a professional reviewer, or watcher, or anything of that matter. I just like watching shows, pretty much no matter what. And as long as I'm entertained by it, I like it. So, I might mess things up. You might disagree with me. That's all good. I'm just playing Minecraft talking about a show I watched. Oh yeah, all with Minecraft in the background because I don't want to turn on my webcam. And Minecraft's fun. Now, to start, I'm going to be hitting on Outer Banks. I know it's popular, and I have watched it, so this is an informed opinion, and it's not me just looking at it and going, kind of bad. No, like, I did watch it. So, to start off, there's a character, John B. I don't know why the hell they include his middle initial. Many of my friends have nicknames, and none of them include anything to do with their middle initial. I do that. I will not fall for that, sir. No one goes by anything close to their middle name. It's just kind of confusing. But like, then again, you do you, bro. That's the main character, and he's the protagonist, and he's the one who the world revolves around, essentially. His father's missing. That's sad if you're running away from this, sir. Alright, so that dude's father's missing. Child Protective Services are onto him in the first episode. He's got some friends. Don't know what happened to his mom. His uncle is not present. And someone's supposed to be in the banks with him, in the house. But it's just not a thing. There's also very, like, class... It touches on class, and he's part of the poor ones. So that's essentially the main character. And then his best friend, JJ, is the character that kind of makes rash decisions and doesn't seem that bright, but we all like him anyway. He's also great. He just doesn't care about any rules, and, like, he pulls a gun on a guy, but then again, he is trying to murder someone. So, like, I respect it. I understand, bro. I support it, you know? Maybe you should have just, like, pushed him off of him when he was drowning him. But, oh, nice. Like, I really think just pushing the kid... Also, some of these names are stupid as shit. Like, the one kid's name is Topper. Like, what an idiot. Alright? But I really think just pushing Topper off of him from drowning him would have been probably a more smarter thing and wouldn't have resulted in as much consequence as pulling a gun on him. But you do you. I mean, it worked. Oh! So, I don't know, but, like, I kind of like the guy. You know, I've got nothing against him. And then Pope, who's my favorite character. He's the smart one. The one who actually has a future going for him. And his father just doesn't really understand why he's hanging out with these people. Because, you know, they're gonna get him in trouble. Which, is a plot point that happens. But it kind of works out for him in the end. So, like, doesn't really matter, does it? Not really. But he's definitely my favorite. He seems like he has common sense, and I appreciate that in shows. And then actually this Key, which is, like, K-I-E, like die, but not die. Oh, just fucking hell! And she's part of, like, the rich class, doesn't feel like she fits in, so she hangs out with the poor kids, because, you know, they talk to her, treat her nice, and, you know. Yeah. So that's, like, the main cast, you know, they're all friends. I actually appreciate about the show is they all do kind of dickish things, like, all of them. All of them. They all do kind of dickish things, but, like, you appreciate it because they're the main characters. Like, they can do no wrong, obviously. They're the main cast. What are they gonna do? Oh, no. Murder someone? Get out of here. Alright? Doesn't happen. Not yet. The main cast has not committed an act of murder yet. So, but, like, Pope just essentially just ditching his dad to go on a joyride with his friends. Kind of dickish. I could probably go through my memory and pick out things that each character does, but I don't really care that much. they all act kind of dickish, and, you know, I just appreciate it. No one's really that perfect. Make her, the girl is Sarah. Now she's the rich kid, who our poor protagonist falls in love with. Okay. Well done! Thank you for taking off all your armor. Really added effect. And Sarah's the rich girl that, the main character falls in love with, and, you know, that whole thing happens. And she doesn't really talk to, like, the rest of the friends at the start. She just knows John B. I'm calling him John B, like, John, and then B-Y instead of space B, just because I think it's funnier. So, obviously, you know, it's expected that that would happen. What's not expected is that John basically takes her side and treats her better than all of his other friends. Which kind of, like, dick move, bro! I don't know, man. Just, like, couldn't be me, I guess. I don't know. But naturally, as the main character's love interest, she's already got a boyfriend! And guess what? Guess what? Then on top of that, he's a dick. Yep, that's right. You never would have guessed. Never would have guessed, would you? But the kid, that's the kid's name, Topper. And he's not all bad. Like, he has some regrets about beating the shit out of someone. So, he's not an all-black character. He's not pure evil. He just kind of participates in it. As much as I'm making fun of that, like, oh no, he's like, still got some good. I actually appreciate that. That he's not just stereotypical, oh, I'm a bad guy, I beat the shit and feel nothing about, like, I don't know, man. I appreciate that they had him feel a tad bad about it at some points. Nice, you died. Well played. But the first time John and Sarah kiss, she's already dating him, so she just, like, fucking cheat it. Which I get the dude was a dick, but, like, still, cheating, kinda cringe. Just as cringe as this fucking bitch. Cheating, kinda cringe, can't get behind it. Sure, boyfriend, kind of a bitch, don't like him. Like, at all. Break up with him? Or, like, tell John B, not now, you dumbass. But she also planned to ditch him after their excursion. Like, I don't know, man, like, you just really expected their whole life to change after one trip. And she just, like, lets it change after the one trip. Like, really? Okay, so there's a twist villain. There is a twist villain, and the plot is essentially, John B's dad kind of disappeared. John B still thinks he's alive. And they get proof later on from a shipwreck for some random guy they think is broke, but actually has a really rich-ass ship. And his dad went missing. We're gonna use the term missing until, you know, I say what happened. His father went missing looking for a ship that had 400 million bars of gold. It's like, this man was going to get rich. Like he was about to be set for 1,000,000 lifetimes. And you're just cheating. Got it. And on, like, the first episode, they find their shipwreck because of a hurricane that happened. And then the next episode, they go out trying to, like, dive in the shipwreck. Which makes sense. You want to see what's in it. But, like, other people are also looking for the shipwreck, and you saw it from the surface, but yet the cops who come by, because, you know, they're not supposed to be plundering a shipwreck when people are out there looking for the ship, and the area is closed off, because, you know, they're looking for the fucking ship and, like, making sure nothing bad happens to people. They just don't see it on the surface, just like the main characters do in the first episode. Like, the ship wouldn't go that far underwater if the boats can, like... If the boats are, like... Dub over. I do a bad job explaining it. But, like, if the first episode, they can see the ship, and the next episode, everything's basically about the same, maybe even less water, because there's not as much backup from the hurricane, the ship should not be as submerged and as hard to see as it was in the first episode, in the slightest, yet the police boat cannot see it. Sorry, don't believe it. Don't believe it. Not, but actually this thing has a compass, but at least to nothing. There's just a secret code behind it, and that code is not even it's some person's name. but they think it's a place. So naturally they go to the wrong place, and shit happens. And then just a lot of shit happens. And they realize it's a name, and then... fuck you and your speed, I guess. There's like a lot happening, but not a lot happening at the same time. They go out looking for it, and eventually, John B, he never loses hope. He's still, I gotta find my dad, gotta find the shipwreck. But at the start, everyone else is just like, bro, we're not really supposed to be doing this shit. There's also a plot where some guy's trying to fucking murder them. Because they also want the 400 million gold. A lot of people would kill for that amount. And guess what? These people try and do. Doesn't matter if they're children. They're fucking dead, bro. Like, 400 million gold is enough to break a lot of people's, like, ethical code. And fuck, it'd break mine, dude. 400 million gold. Like, are you... and everyone else is kind of caught off guard. But, like, not the main character. Nope, not John B. He still wants that gold. He wants to honor thy father. Respectable. So he goes on a mission with the main character love interest girl, and that's where they kiss. And John B's like got new information, and he wants to bring her into the fold for like the entire thing. And they're all kind of like, I don't really like that, but like sure I guess, except for Keish. He's like, I hate that bitch. Wow, I hate her so much. She ghosted me in the 9th grade. Fuck her for the rest of life. Like, okay, cool, I guess. Woo! And like, I can't say that I'd want to work with someone who, like, I had that history with, but like, 400 fucking million gold, I think I'd be able to put up with someone if they had useful information. And she was the one who helped them find a place where they actually did find the fucking gold. So, like, I don't know, man. I think I could put it past me. But the gold's hidden in a well underneath this house that they have to dig for. So they send the 2 girls up to basically scout while the Pope and JJ help John B. Gold dive. And, like, pick up the gold. And he only picks up a bar, a singular bar. Like, bro, really, that's all you could find? That's all you could pick up. That's not all he found. That's all he could pick up, really? Pathetic. Like, okay, there is a ghost in the house. That, by the way, it's assumed that it's a ghost, but it does exist, and it's something canon in the world that both we and they have to, oh my god, that both we have to accept exist in this world, and that they also have to exist. And if it's not a ghost, it's an actual person whom they murdered. So, main characters might have murdered someone, or they ended a ghost, but now we have to deal with the fact ghost exists, and that seems to not bother anyone. So they take this gold bar, and it's essentially given to JJ to pay off his debts because of a side plot where he sunk the rich dude's jet ski, where him and Pope sunk some rich dude's jet ski because he beat up Pope. Which, understandable, fuck it, like, yeah, that's fair. And, like, JJ took the blame, even though it was all Pope and, like, friendship. But they're gonna be using the gold bar to pay that. Like, first, before they go back to get more. Which, like, fair enough, like, that makes fucking sense. And JJ gives the gold bar, they go to, like a pawn shop to trade the gold for money. And the pawn shop's like, bro, this is fucking 7 pounds of gold. This corner store pawn shop, we don't have that amount of money just in our cash register. Which the kids believe. So she tells them to go somewhere else, and she tells the dude in the back who sells drugs, hey bro, they've got fucking 7 pounds of a gold bar just here, right now. So he goes out to kill them and take the gold bar. But naturally, they win, and they just steal the money. They just take the fucking money. So, JJ gives his dad, who is an abusive piece of shit, and then they fight, like, physically, and JJ beats him up and spends the money on a jacuzzi. Same. Like, I do understand it, and, like, I'm not trying to words are hard. I'm not trying to trivialize it. I just... it's just wild. They wanted to go back and get the rest of the gold. Naturally, you don't want to just call your quits at one bar when there's 400 other... There's 399 other gold bars there, I think. Was it 400 gold bars, or was just that just weight and money? I don't really know. I don't really care that much. But there's a lot more gold there that they want. So they make a plan to go there. But the day it's time to go there, Jage is like, oh no, I have to go with Sarah's father on a fishing trip. And then on that trip it's revealed that this man, this father, not only, sorry, spoilers, this man killed the assassins that were trying to kill children for this gold, was also hunting for the gold, killed John B's father and these two assassins with a fucking fishing hook on a stick. So, like, kind of respect, but he tries to kill our main character. But he doesn't. And then they get on land, and John B books it, right? He runs and then fucks his daughter. Who justifies everything by she feels, like, enclosed and whatever the fuck. That doesn't justify your cheating. I still don't really like you that much. But you do you. She kind of takes them away on an airplane, but then the cop lady who was, like, kind of involved in the story, who I don't really feel like mentioning, 'cause it's just wild. She's basically outside figuring it out for, like, the cops. And then she shows up, and she's like, wait a minute, what the fuck, guys? And then the villain, Sarah's brother, his son, just fucking shoots her, and they blame it on John B. And then they do a whole fucking Dexter's ending, where John B and Sarah get on a boat, they drive out, there's a storm, the boat crashes, everyone thinks they're dead, but they're not, and they find, like, a fishing thing. So, they pull a Dexter, but it doesn't ruin all their characters, so it's not as bad. And that last shot landed, I am the best. And that is my near 20-minute rundown of everything that happened in the show with my opinions. Those are essentially the course of actions that I've interpreted. There's probably some shit that I'm missing. I'm picturing things that I'm missing, but I don't really care. Show's kind of predictable, I'm gonna be honest. Acting's kind of good. Like, not kind of good. I say kind of because I don't really... I'm not the best at detecting it, so saying kind is my way of just, you know, not saying, oh my god, best that I've ever seen, and not be going, wow, this is really shit. So, kind of good. The storyline's, as I said, a little predictable, but it's not like predictable is a bad thing. I just wasn't really that engaged throughout the entire thing, you know. I feel like there was just a lot of parts that I could have just, like, pressed the little arrow and skipped about 3 seconds ahead, and gotten a little bit more enjoyment, and not wasted a longer amount of my time on it. And, like, I don't know, man, like, that's just how, that's not, hi. Do you guys want to, like, leave me alone, please? But, like, it's good, but it's not the best thing I've ever watched. I don't want to say it doesn't deserve the hype, because I can see exactly why everyone loves it. It's just, I don't really, this guy's strength, fuck. Oh my god. I don't want to say that the show doesn't deserve hype just because I didn't enjoy every second of it. But it's definitely not, like, one of my favorite things ever. I would rewatch it for, like, a second season to get caught up and to, like, make sure I remember every detail correctly. But I don't think I'd rewatch it just for fun. But I was entertained. I was entertained for the most part. So, like, gets a pass in my book. Oh my god! So, that's pretty much all my opinions on it. It's good. As I said, it's good. Just hope to the second season, and they don't, like, make the main cast fully think they're dead, and go through a whole arc of just, like, accepting they're dead, and then him halfway through be like, hey guys, not dead. Like, I don't really want to sit through a whole... Are you really going to... I don't want to sit through, like, a whole half season of, like, Pope JJ and Key, accepting that he's dead, for him halfway through to be like, hey guys, not it. Especially when we know he's not dead. I think it's just going to be, like, really annoying if we have to sit through our main characters accepting he's dead. I'm like, but he's not, but he's not, but he's not, but he's not. The entire time. I'm less interested in John B and Sarah than I am Pope JJ and Key. Like, honestly. nothing about John B. Straight. Like, he's kind of generic, if I'm gonna be honest. But, like, sometimes generic's good. I do like generic heroes. But he just doesn't strike me as that interesting. So, like... Oh my god. And I just, like, really wasn't that interested in Sarah. Like, at all. Could not relate, ma'am. John B. and Sarah... They're not my main characters, alright? I'm out here to see Pope, JJ, and Key, and that's it. Alright? The gold, that's extra. They know what the gold is. They could just, like, dig up the rest without John B. Like, fuck off. They're the real heroes. They're the people with personalities. I'm the best! That's where I stand, and I think I'm just going to finish out this out and then do the episode so I don't end up repeating myself, because I know I've been doing that in, like, the past 2 games. And I really want to cut that. Select off F. Go. Oh, there's a guy behind me. Hey, chicken. It's not meant as an insult, this skin's literally a chicken, alright? Dude, nice. What a lovely player. Thank you. Bye. Whoop. Oh, he removed me. Why would you do that, bro? We could have been friends. And I just decked that guy, like, into the eternal abyss. So if somehow you made it this far, you really like torturing yourself, or you for some reason enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe. I very much love my fresh ego, and see you on the next one. Bye.